Hey guys, welcome to another video. I have been away for a week plus. I went and got married in Singapore, and now I'm in Indonesia, and I'll be here for about 3 weeks before I head back to the States. But I wanted to make another video. Haven't had a chance to make one in a while. Been watching cryptocurrencies, trying to stay up with it. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. There's this neat place called tradingview.com, and they allow you to kind of use some tools, some charting tools. Now, I'm not super big on charts. There are some people that really get into it, but you can look at trends, you can draw a few things, you can look at where the support lines exist. This is a very basic high and low channel, if you will. And it depends on what your time frame is too. This is really a long, kind of a longer term time frame from what some other people do. And on this site you'll have people that will do charting. They'll do charts for you, and they've all been predicting Bitcoin to go down. And I kept shaking my head because they're not taking into account what is going on in the marketplace. They only are looking at the charts and applying, like stock type fundamentals to the charts. I think Bitcoin will go down eventually, but not yet. That's too early for this. You can see here kind of what this blue line represents is a 10-day moving average, simple moving average. And you can see the pattern. Get rid of this ad. You can kind of see this pattern from back in May. It starts up, levels off, goes back up, really skyrockets here, levels off. And now we're working our way back up. We're sitting here at 48.10 it looks like. In a lot of ways, to me, Bitcoin is ahead of itself. Ding. Here is November down here. And I'm expecting the first part of November it to be up in here. I can't make the chart go up this high, but I'm guessing that's around the 6,000 area. So if you kind of follow this piece here, I'm expecting it to be up in here in the 6,000 area around the beginning of November. I don't know exactly what date. It could be in the first week. The November hard fork will be on probably the 16th or 17th, somewhere in there. What it is it's actually a certain block size. They decide on a certain such and such block, and I don't know what that is right offhand, but I've looked at it, and with them finding blocks like every 10 minutes or whatever it is, the projected time to hit that block would be like November 16th, 17th, somewhere in there. So I'm expecting a big jump in Bitcoin into the first week of November, and this is what I talked about in my prior video. My strategy hasn't changed yet, but I'm still watching very closely. I believe that the hard fork will be much more serious than what people think. And right now, my plan is to ride Bitcoin up to that early November time frame, and then jump out of Bitcoin and jump into Bitcoin Cash. Now this one is ahead of itself as well. I was charting this down and I thought, here comes early November, and my highs, it's like a descending triangle. It was all coming down to a head here, and this bottom line here was resistance back in mid-August, if you will. So there's a bit of a floor there. But it has broken this chart. As you can see, it jumped out of it a few days ago and kept going down and down, and it looked really attractive to buy. but I wasn't quite yet ready to. Now, I don't know if this means people are just selling off their Bitcoin Cash and trying to get into Bitcoin ahead of the Bitcoin Gold fork, which would be around October 25th. That is still, what is today? The 10th? That's still 2 weeks away. So there will be a hard fork in 2 weeks, and that's for Bitcoin Gold, which is some Chinese outfit. I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about that. I don't, know if that's a big deal or not. To me, I don't think it's going to be. But you may see some people move into Bitcoin. You're also seeing a lot of altcoins down today. I've heard some different things. I heard that this was all market manipulation over at Bittrex. And they have been known to be one of the good guys. So I don't know necessarily what's happening here as far as why all the other altcoins are down and Bitcoin and only just a small handful of coins are up today. I am only in Bitcoin and BitConnect. I don't hold any BitConnect tokens, but those are my only investments right now. The name of the game for the last few weeks has been, like I was saying, Bitcoin, accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can. And then when this hard fork happens in November, there's going to be a big fight. Where do the miners go? They're going to go where it's most profitable. I don't know if it's going to be Bitcoin Cash that wins, or regular Bitcoin, or the SegWit 2x Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin just falls apart completely. The first hard fork in August, I was nervous about, but the closer I got to it, the more I thought, no, I'm not going to be scared out of this. It's going to jump. And it was actually performed very smoothly, other than things being slow and taking 12 hours for 6 notifications or confirmations, I should say. So this time around, I think it's going to be different, and I don't really have any other evidence other than just life experience that says if something's too easy the first time around, the next time around, everyone is going to believe that, and I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Bitcoin core, the current Bitcoin is going to have trouble holding on to going to become a minority coin, and you're going to have 3 Bitcoins fighting for miners. And I don't know, when it comes down to it, I'm going to kind of keep watching, but my plan right now is to roll out of Bitcoin and into Bitcoin Cash. Now, whether that holds, if there's new information that comes, or kind of the feeling in the market changes, I may not do that, but that's the plan right now. So this is ahead of itself. This is attractive to buy here, but I'm thinking it goes down even further now. And this chart makes it difficult to see. And it's set up in the wrong denomination. But I would be looking for Bitcoin Cash to go down to maybe 220. It could even go as low as 200, between 200 and 250. And maybe it hits down in there. I'm guessing that's around this area. I should pay for this site because it's pretty good. If I can, you can see there's some other support lines down in here, and that would get us down into the 250 area, I believe. That's awfully small. So at any rate, things are ahead of schedule. Bitcoin Cash is declining faster than I thought. Regular Bitcoin is taking off faster than I thought. We could be at 6,000 and 250 between the two. And that would make a nice little transition point from one to the other. At least that's the plan. I've just been trying to be patient. We'll see what else happens here. All the other altcoins, I haven't messed with any of them. The more I've been watching, and this has kind of been by design, the more I've watched all these altcoins and ICOs, there's so many of them that are scams and baloney. I just stay out of the whole thing until that fleshes itself out. Even the legitimate platforms, so many people have lost so much money in them. Like EOS has a really good team behind it, and that just took another dive. Metal, another altcoin or platform, if you will, that has a ton of good people working on it, but they're too late. They haven't gotten a beta out yet, I don't believe, and I probably won't be out this year. So putting your money in these altcoins, to me, is just way too risky. I would just stick with the main ones. If you want to be in Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, or maybe even Dash, Monero, stick with stuff in the top 10, maybe top 15. That's probably all right. Litecoin, although Litecoin doesn't move very much, it might be safe. It might be a safe place to park your money. But that's what's going on. Everybody is kind of watching and waiting to see what happens here. Kind of interesting. So that's what's been going on here. I've just been kind of watching this, playing the same game, waiting and seeing. I'm collecting every day on BitConnect, so that's been great. I kind of have a plan for that as well that I'll get into in another video. I might increase my holdings there significantly. We'll see. I know there's been some requests to see some other review some other sites. I haven't seen anything yet that jumps out at me as being worth my time. It's so hard to distinguish whether something is BS versus if something's legit. So I haven't seen anything else yet that I would recommend getting into. But right now, the name of the game is get and hold Bitcoin and hold on to it at least until the beginning of November and see where it goes. There might be a time where it makes sense to jump out. The other thing, like last time, is if just I kind of go based on the feel, the pulse of the market. You got to read what people are thinking and doing. If you jump out of it, and then what are you going to jump into? That's the other hard question. And then if you're wrong, the market can shoot way up, and you'll have missed the big run. And that's what happened last time. So I think it'll be different this time, but we'll see what happens when we get closer. The plan may change. At any rate, that's all I got today. And what is it? Share, subscribe, like, all that stuff. We'll catch you in the next video. Later.